MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred AP Orlando, Florida. Now that the players have stood down on some of Major League Baseball's pace of play initiatives, it's time for the owners to reward their partners with a goodwill gesture of their own. Because ultimately, both sides would benefit from a universal designated hitter. A pitch clock in 2019 followed by the DH in both leagues, and the reliever must pitch to at least 3 batters in 1 inning rule in 2020. As they say in those McDonald's commercials, the Post is loving it. After years of acrimony that would make President Trump and Speaker Pelosi collectively plead, "Hey, take it easy on each other," the players and owners have registered a thaw of sorts. In response to MLB's proposal concerning ways to speed up the game, most notably the institution of a pitch clock, a 3-batter minimum for relievers entering a game, the Players Association countered with a far more sweeping resolution that featured, most notably, the integration of the DH into the National League, as well as several economic measures covering the amateur draft and service time. At the conclusion of the MLB owners' meetings on Friday afternoon, Commissioner Rob Manfred politely registered his surprise at the scope of the union's requests, while also expressing optimism over the improved tenor of the back-and-forth. "The idea that we're going to agree on a universal DH for the 2019 season, the clock's kind of ticking on that one," Manfred said. "I think some of these items need to be part of broader discussions that certainly will continue after opening day, and I hope we can focus on some of the issues that need to get resolved quickly in the interim. We'll see how the talks go on that." Even more commissionerly, Manfred mused, "I hope, and I really do believe, that there is a common interest between the Players Association, the players, the owners and the Commissioner's office in changes, whether they're midterm or otherwise, that make our entertainment product the best it can possibly be." He sounded like Jack Pearson professing his love to Rebecca in the Season 1 finale of This Is Us, moving out of the house after prolonged tensions yet not willing to give up on their marriage. Shoot, Manfred even passed on the opportunity to bash Scott Boras and his fellow agents when a trouble-stirring reporter, "Okay, it was me," asked whether it was a bad look for the game to have superstar free agents Bryce Harper and Manny Machado unsigned so close to the start of spring training. "We want players signed, particularly star players," Manfred said. "I wish they were signed and ready to go. We've got another week before they have to report. I'm really hopeful that it's going to get resolved during that period of time. Agreeing to fully implement the DH over the next few weeks, even if it's for 2020, feels like a Herculean task, given the two-league disparity has been in place since 1973. Nevertheless, it should feel doable, too, for the game's greater good. The players have taken an absolute beating on so many fronts the past few years. They need a good win. And would this switch really constitute a loss for the owners? Of course, NL owners would be looking at increased payrolls, as a DH costs more than an extra relief pitcher or bench player. They'll handle it. They'll reduce the risk on their investments in starting pitchers, some of the game's biggest stars, as Manfred acknowledged Friday, if those guys don't have to bat and run the bases anymore, and any fan would choose a DH's at bat over a pitcher's. I think that there are pieces of their response on the on-the-field proposal that are very encouraging," Manfred said of the players. "I think what needs to be sorted out are how closely the two agendas are tied, the economic stuff and on-field stuff, tie them together partially but firmly. Speed the game up, and liven it up, too. Move past this era of fire and fury so that the action on the field generates more discussion than the nonsense off it."